I got here as soon as I could, but Friendship Ambassador is a full-time job these days. Making peace between Abyssinians and the Diamond Dogs has not been easy.
That's why I picked you for the job. But I'm glad you could come.
So, what's the emergency?
Ever since I took over Celestia's school, my focus has been on teaching magic. But now it seems my top student has missed the most important lesson of all.
What do you mean?
Let's just say it'll be good to have my royal advisor and friendship ambassador by my side.
Your Majesty, she's here.
Send her in, Gallus.
Your Majesty.
Luster, I may be the ruler of Equestria, but I'm still just your teacher.
And you've been wonderful. I've enjoyed every moment at the School of Magic. But I'm just not sure it's the right place for me.
I see.
And it's not work. I could spend weeks in the library doing research. It's just that there's a lot of focus on making friends.
If that's your problem, you've come to the right place.
But that's just it. I don't want to make friends.
What?
So you'd rather leave the School of Magic than make friends?
I was hoping to set up an independent course of study. I want to accomplish as much as you have someday.
It'll be hard to do that without friends.
I'm not so sure. Friendship looks like more of a distraction than anything else, and ultimately, a waste of time.
What?
I know you and your friends accomplished a lot together, but that was so long ago, and as far as I can see, you rule by yourself now.
Hello, Royal Advisor right here.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. In fact, I think it's better. Plus, if friendships ultimately fade, why even make them in the first place?
You know what, Luster Dawn? You're right.
What?
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My little pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure. Tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness. It's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
Friendship is more trouble than it's worth? This is your top student?
Friendships take work, and there's no guarantee they'll last. They can be complicated, they can be messy, and they never go the way you plan. Friendship is a hard thing to navigate. I remember the first time I realized it might not last forever.
Twilight? I'm pretty sure that's everything.
I'm just doing a final check, Spike.
But we did a final check of every room. Twice.
Aha! See? An issue of Power Ponies. Now aren't you glad we triple-checked?
Thanks, but I already read this one. I don't need to take it to Camelot.
No. You love Power Ponies. We're taking it.
Really, Twilight? We don't have to bring the comic. I'm not even sure how much longer I'll collect it. A lot is changing, and I am getting older.
Just because things change doesn't mean you leave everything you love behind.
Oh.
You're not still worried about ruling Equestria, are you?
No, I know it took some time, but I've never been more ready for anything in my life. Just because I'm ready to sit on the throne in Canterlot doesn't mean I'm ready to leave Ponyville. When we were all fighting to save Equestria from T-Rex, Chrysalis, and Cozy Glow, I was too busy to think about it. But now it's all happening at once.
What is?
The coronation, moving, leaving our friends.
I thought we'd all be ruling Equestria together.
Of course we will, but it won't be the same. They all have lives here. We're moving away and they're not, and I can't help but feel like we're leaving them behind. What if we all just drift apart?
I guess I hadn't thought about it like that. Maybe you should talk to them. I bet they're feeling the same way.
You're right, Spike. Thanks. Sometimes talking to a good friend is all it takes. So, you're not worried about how things might change with me living in Canterlot?
Of course not. Change is natural, like the seasons. That's just life on the farm.
I guess so.
Anywho, I really need to get all these boxes packed and sorted. There's a lot more work now that the folks beyond Equestria are coming to the Coronation, too.
Worried? No way! Unless you're talking about the coronation, because then, yes. Obviously the cakes are handled, but there's the whole rest of the party to stay on top of. Honestly, I'm not convinced Gummy really took care of the fireworks.
But what about after the coronation? Don't you think things are gonna be different?
Well, since I'll be in charge of all the Candlelight Galas from now on, I'll have to go there a lot more. So, I guess that's different, but I don't think I mind.
No, of course not.
Wonderful work, everyone. We couldn't be more ready. Josephine, if you and the rest of the doves leave now, we should all arrive in Canterlot at the same time. Eloise and Hubert, you should go too. I know it's a long way, but don't worry. I'll bring plenty of snacks to restore your energy before we perform. Everyone else gets to ride, since the trip's too much for your little wings. We need everyone in tip-top shape for the coronation. I'm glad we got the chance for one last rehearsal. Everyone's so excited. But I can't imagine any ponies more excited than you. Moving to Canterlot, being crowned, I can't think of a single bad thing about any of it.
Yeah, me neither.
In 3, 2, 1, and...
Look, Rainbow Dash, I know this is important to you, and we all want the routine to be special, but are you sure it needs to be this complicated?
Of course! And I know we can pull it off. Sorry, Twilight. I don't have time to talk. We've got a lot more work to do before the coronation. Darling, change is an integral part of fashion. I myself am considering opening boutiques for non-ponies. Things must evolve, or they become stale. For example, I was just struck with a sudden inspiration to change my design for your gown by including the webs of these star spiders. They glow for a short while after they're spun. They won't have much time to weave the sash, but the effect will be dazzling. You see, darling, change can be fabulous if you embrace it.
Starlight is supposed to come over soon. There's a little something we wanted to give you before we leave. You know what? I think you're right, Twilight. I should take my comics to Canterlot. We can't leave the Power Ponies behind.
I don't think the Power Ponies care, Spike. Just like all of our friends.
All right, Twilight. Are you ready? We all wanted to see you off, but there's still a lot to do.
Aren't you coming on the train?
I gotta go with Big Mac so we can go over our packing list, or we won't know who gets what deliveries.
And I'm gonna meet the Wonderbolt so we can go over the routine one last time.
I'm going with Gummy. He said he knows when the fireworks display should start, but does any pony really believe that? And I still need to pick up food for the swans and doves who flew ahead to Canterlot. If I don't get them fed, they'll be too pooped to perform.
Well, I'll be living in Canterlot alone. Might as well take the train alone, too. Bye, I guess.
Oh, you won't be traveling alone, darling. I'll have just enough time on the train to weave the star spider sash for your gown. But we should leave now. There's no time to dawdle if you want the coronation to be perfect.
That's the problem. You're also worried about making my coronation perfect, but I'm leaving Ponyville and none of you even care.
Exactly. You moved away, your friends didn't care, and that was that.
Actually, not exactly.
Of course we care that you're moving, Twilight.
I can't believe you think we don't. What could possibly make you think that?
I tried to talk to you all about how I was feeling, but you seemed more worried about what you had to do for the coronation.
It's true. I was there.
I suppose it gave us something else to focus on.
I knew you were worried about everything changing. I guess I thought if I made it seem like everything was okay, it would be.
I was just trying to make you feel better. That way I wouldn't feel so terrible.
Before I moved to Ponyville, I didn't really know what friendship was. You've all taught me so much. I can't believe it all might be ending. But when I imagine the future, all I can think about is that we won't be together. I'm literally moving away from you and it's terrifying.
I'm scared too.
Me too. Rattled to the core.
Yep.
I wouldn't say scared. But
Just because I won't say it doesn't mean I don't feel it.
I'm gonna miss you so much. I just can't stop thinking about how much things are going to change.
What if we don't see each other?
What if we don't talk as much?
What if we don't stay friends?
I know it's weird, but knowing you're all as upset as I am actually makes me less worried.
That's nice. But you should be more worried about missing the train to Canterlot.
Sorry I'm so late. I actually thought I'd missed you.
There's no time!
Oh no, we missed it! But maybe... Okay, we're on the train. Everything should be fine, right?
I'd worked out exactly how much time I needed to weave my star spider sash, and now I'm behind.
I hope Big Mac can figure out who gets what deliveries on his own.
I assume these contain the finest sparkling apple juice?
Yup.
Oh, the sweet apple acres applesauce for my coronation parfait. This is the applesauce.
Yup.
I don't have the snacks the doves and swans will need to perform after their long flight. I'd better find the food car.
And I need to meet the Wonderbolts! Where's the Coronation team?
Well, they waited, but when you didn't show, they thought you must have meant to meet outside of Candlelight.
The only thing I'm worried about is Gummy handling the fireworks display. But I'm sure it's fine.
Well, it could always be worse.
Goodness, Twilight, are you all right?
My friends and I had a few hiccups on the way, but everything's fine now.
We really are both just so proud of you. If you need a moment, that's all right. It is your coronation.
Although, it would be nice to get started. Are you ready?
No! She can't possibly be crowned without her coronation gown.
Very well. Citizens of Equestria and beyond. My sister and I have ruled this land for quite some time, but even we know that change eventually comes to us all. And though we know it can be unsettling, it's as natural as the rising and setting of the sun and the moon, both of which my sister and I feel confident leaving in the hooves of the pony.
You look amazing. Oh, I almost forgot.
And so, without further ado, I give you the new ruler of Equestria, Princess Twilight Sparkle.
Sorry.
Twilight?
Oh dear. I know these aren't the snacks I promised, but it's all I could find.
Well, Dash or no Dash, Twilight's about to get that crown. Wonderbolts, roll out!
No, wait!
To Twilight! Close enough.
Okay, I get it now. Your coronation was such a disaster that you and your friends never really recovered, and that's why you all drifted apart.
Well, you're half right.
So, the coronation wasn't a disaster, and your friendships just faded away over time?
Not exactly.
Sorry I'm late, but it is so hard to find a sitter with a sense of humor for little cheese.
Oh
Honestly, I would have been here sooner, but you would not believe how busy Yakistan is these days.
Maybe we could get to places on time if you let me do some of the chores instead of always doing everything yourself.
Maybe I would if you did them the right way. Oh, sorry. We're not the last ones, are we?
Discord's headed to an O&O convention, or he'd be joining us.
I just assumed that since you aren't together all the time now, that we aren't friends. That's not the point of my story. It's true my coronation was a disaster.
Well, at least the coronation is over.
That was something. I was just about to say the same thing. I know maybe it wasn't the coronation you planned, but it's good to see all of you laughing.
We wanted to give this to you before you left Ponyville, but things got a little hectic.
Since you're moving away, we thought if you missed any of us, or Ponyville, this might help.
Aww, it's a book of memories.
And we all chipped in some.
No matter how much things change, you'll always have this to look back on.
I love it. Thank you so much. But I don't want to only look back. Obviously, the coronation wasn't perfect, but that doesn't matter. It's our relationships that really count, and we have to maintain them.
But now that we'll be living in different places, I'm not exactly sure how.
I am. I suggest we meet once a moon. In fact, my first royal decree as ruler of Equestria is to establish this Council of Friendship.
And what a wonderful decree it is.
We always knew that whatever adversity you faced, you and your friends would find your way through it together.
We know Equestria is in the perfect hooves with you and your friends looking out for it. And while we'll always be here if you need us, it's time for us to be on our way.
You're leaving? We hope you'll come and visit us in Silver Shoals.
But now it's time for you to rule on your own. You're all more than capable.
Thank you for everything.
So, even though everything changed, and you moved away from your friends, you didn't grow apart? And this is the Council of Friendship. That's what you're all doing here?
Duh, this time every moon.
What she means is, this is how we've been ruling together.
And how we've continued to face every problem and threat to Equestria over the years.
But mostly, it's how we keep in touch. No matter how busy life gets.
Sometimes friendships can be hard, and it takes work to maintain them. But without friends, things can be a lot harder. I never thought about friendship being something to work at, and I don't mind work. I guess if they don't have to fade away, maybe making friends isn't the waste of time I thought. But I've been so focused on my studies, I wouldn't know where to start. That's all right, because I know exactly where to send you.
When I started out, I was unsure. I thought I knew all that I needed, didn't know what to expect. But when my walls came down, I saw the truth. All along something was missing, and I think you'll see it too. This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together stronger. The bonds grow deeper, lasting longer. And the greatest It's something true to pass on down to generations yet to come. And we'll never stop believing in the generosity of the friendships we've won.
And because the love that I feel for every single living creature is something that is real, friendship happens so naturally. Oh, and how I used to wonder what friendship could be. This is where the magic happens. This is where the magic lives. Our friendships weave together stronger. The bonds grow deeper, lasting longer. And the greatest spell you'll know is how the magic of friendship grows. How the magic of friendship grows.
Twilight, look at the scroll I just got!
Do you know what this means?
Uh-huh.
I don't. What's so exciting about a toy crown?
Oh, this is no toy crown. It's the hard-won helm of the Sibling Supreme.
When Shining Armor and I were small, we competed over everything. To keep it friendly, our parents gave us gold stars every time we did something special. Sharing, getting good grades, even telling a really funny joke. And at the end of each week, we'd add up the stars. The sibling with the most would win the crown of the Sibling Supreme and bragging rights. Till next time.
Guess that explains your love of charts and so much else.
I always wanted to be Sibling Supreme one day. Meet me at Celestia's castle to decide who deserves the crown once and for all. Race you there!
Guess I'll watch the school?
My little pony, my little pony. My little pony.
I used to wonder what friendship could be.
My little pony.
Until you all shared its magic with me.
Big adventure.
Tons of fun.
A beautiful heart, faithful and strong.
Sharing kindness.
It's an easy feat.
And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Did you know you're all my very best friends?
You're wearing it?
Look, I know you've always held a grudge because I left home with this.
Grudge? Pfft, what grudge? Just because you've had it for way longer than you should have and I never got a chance to win it back.
With the return of Sombra, Princess Luna and I felt it was time to reinforce the castle's defenses.
I said we could do it ourselves, but some ponies are a bit stubborn.
So I asked our old captain of the guard to handle the job.
I've taken the security here to a whole new level. The only thing I need now is some pony to test it.
You want me to break into Celestia's castle?
If you can get past my defenses, steal the crown, and get out, you'll be Sibling Supreme forever.
Forever.
But if you fail, I keep the crown.
Deal. Wait, are you sure this counts? Mom and Dad aren't giving us any stars.
I will represent their authority. And thank you, Twilight. Your help will reveal if there are any holes in our security.
And there aren't. I've designed a multi-tiered, impenetrable, triple-backed-up line of defense. The castle is surrounded by shards of Queen Chrysalis's throne. Thanks to Star Swirl, its anti-magic powers are now tuned to stop any creature from using a spell to get inside. You can't fly in either. Giant fans keep any creature from flying too close to the castle. Plus, the entrances to the tunnels below the castle have been sealed, so there's no underground access. And even if you could get in, which you can't, I've doubled the ranks of security. Ponies protect every hallway and door, which can only be opened with Royal Guard medals. Even if you brought an army, the throne room is the safest spot in Equestria. I rigged a floor trap to activate at the slightest touch. But say you avoid the floor, still no luck, because I've employed nature's alarm system.
Geese?
You can hear their honks all the way in Ponyville. Plus, they bite.
So that's what we're up against.
Whew, that's a barrel and a half of obstacles, plus a bushel and a peck of impenetrability.
And all of this is to win some fillyhood competition with your brother?
It's more than that. Okay, it's exactly that. And to protect Celestia's castle.
If it means that much to you, Twilight, we're in. I was already in! Come on, who doesn't want to hang with geese?
Of course we'll help. But how?
Shining Armor may have come up with some great security, but he'll never guess Twilight's plan.
We play to our strengths and defeat all of the security measures. That way, if one of us fails, the others will still have a shot at getting the crown. Pinkie, you'll distract the guards with a surprise party.
Yes, sir, Twilight, sir!
Applejack, you'll buck your way into the sealed tunnels. Rainbow Dash, if any pony can outfly those wind turbines, it's you. Rarity, you'll sew us guard costumes so we can sneak past security. Then Fluttershy will disable the throne room alarm by charming the geese.
It's from Shining Armor. Dear Twilight, hope your idea isn't just friction balloons, tunnels. He guessed your whole plan!
What? Pinkie Party Rarity costumes? Signed the future sibling supreme? Oh, come on!
Twilight, darling, no pony knows you better than your own brother.
So you're saying I should give up?
I'm saying your brother will win. No matter how brilliant your plan is, no matter how many variations you try, it will be something your brother expects, and he'll always win. Unless, when the perfect chance comes along, you do something he can't expect. Then you'll win.
You've been practicing that speech, haven't you?
A little bit. It's not like I rushed. Did I rush it?
Absolutely not.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was fast-ish. We have to do the opposite of what Shining Armor expects. Therefore, Twilight cannot mastermind the plan. But I can!
That's definitely unexpected.
How is you making a break-in plan the opposite of Twilight doing it?
Because my plan is for each of us to devise our own unexpected part of it. Allow me to demonstrate. We're looking for a pony with information.
We got questions, and you're gonna serve us up some answers, Juice Jockey.
Where is the secret entrance to the passages under Canterlot Castle?
Shining Armor sealed them all. There's no secret entrance.
There's always a secret entrance. So make like a glass of OJ and spill. I know what I can do. You're gonna need a lookout so I can be your eye in the sky. Too low, Sally! Up here!
Oh, Pinkie, that tickles.
What?
How about something a little more down to earth? Like, I distract the guard ponies with a farewell performance by my alter ego, famous country western superstar, Applecorn.
I didn't know you had an alter ego. And why would she be giving a farewell performance?
Well, it's a long story. Back on the farm, playing music was about making her family smile. Word of her talent spread, and soon Applecord was playing real shows. The more she played, the bigger those shows got. But she missed playing for her family. So one day, she gave it all up. Seeing her family smile was all she ever wanted from her music. Of course, Applecord could come out of retirement for a farewell concert this one time.
Wait, did you just make all that up, or did that actually happen?
Doesn't matter. It's perfect. Fluttershy, Spike.
Well, I guess the opposite of what I'm good at is being in small spaces.
I always wanted to be a super spy. Is that the opposite of anything? Special Agent Fluttershy. Target detected below.
It's almost too easy.
I guess I'm the only one left that still needs a plan.
Oh, no, darling. That is the plan. You shall do nothing.
Shining Armor definitely won't expect that.
Applejack? What are you doing?
Applejack? Who's that? My name's Applecord, and I've got a couple of songs to play for you. Clap your hooves if you know them. And a 1 and a 2 and a... My love is like a barrel full of hay.
The Wonderbolts did a flyby, and the only way past those giant fans and into the castle ducts is here. But there's no room for mistakes. Just like space travel. Pinkie, we're not actually going into space, right? Oh, silly. I'm dropping you two off as soon as we're close to the fans. Then I'm going into space.
You're up to something, Twilight.
Nope, just looking at the flowers.
Right.
Ooh, maybe Rarity's plan will work.
I know that one's a crowd favorite. Let's say we play it one more time. And a 1 and a 2 and a... A distraction's a distraction.
Where's Spike and Fluttershy? Did they make it into the castle?
They jumped out right before the balloon went... But that's all I could see without being in space, where I didn't get to go.
Let's hope Rarity and Rainbow Dash had better luck.
What's this?
Closed?
Oh, the CD Juice joint is always closed around this time.
Then how are we meant to shake down ne'er-do-wells for information?
What sort of information do you need?
The location to a secret entrance to the passages under Canterlot Castle?
You mean that one?
Yes, thank you. That will do nicely.
Zephyr breeze?
Oh, darling. This couldn't be more perfect.
How is this perfect? He's the most annoying pony in Equestria, and he's totally obsessed with me, and we have to come up with a way to distract...
Oh, no. Oh, no way.
What? Rainbow! I knew you'd come running when you heard I got this job. The mayor's love a pony in uniform. Am I right?
Not really.
Totally. Why don't you step into the light so I can see how handsome you look in it?
I told the Sarge that gold kind of clashes with my aura, but apparently they aren't big on input. Still, I totally managed to rock the look, don't you think?
Yep. You're real guard material.
I'm part of the castle team now, so I'm basically... Whoa, we got a swooner! It's good you're finally being honest with your feelings for me, Rainbows.
Ugh.
The truth is such a gift. Like, I had to follow my bliss to see guarding is my calling. Like, look at me go. I'm gonna walk over here and I go, whoa, over there. And I go, yeah. And sometimes I just stand like this and look real cool. And I go down the hallway and go, ow, 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 ow.
We'll have to glide to the throne. No flapping.
Sister! Another false alarm from Shining Armor's guard geese.
We should have heard by now. Something must have gone wrong.
Probably several somethings.
No lookout, no distraction, and no word from the ponies inside. I'm starting to think this whole operation might be a giant flop.
Oh, no.
Gee, Fluttershy, I thought your whole small spaces thing was just part of the plan to be unexpected.
Once I got trapped in the castle of the two sisters, and Angel Bunny and I were separated. Now whenever I'm in a tiny room, it's all I can think about. I was so worried he felt alone and forgotten.
I know what that's like.
What do you mean?
I was always excited to be a part of Twilight's and Shining Armor's rivalry, like I was their little brother. But they never really thought of me that way.
I know they both have a special place in their heart for you. But sibling dynamics are hard, trust me.
Right, Zephyr Breeze.
Honestly, he can learn a lot from you about being a little brother.
I am sick of being lost in these slimy corridors too! But you shouldn't pull every lever you come across. Half of them are traps!
And the other half might open a secret passage to the castle. It's not worth the risk!
Oh, hello, Spike. Even if we did find our way back to the castle, we'd still have all of those Spike? Fluttershy?
Oh, what are you guys doing down here?
We, kind of fell through the floor.
I don't think our plan is working.
We both hit dead ends. Perhaps we should return to the outside and reevaluate.
What are you all doing out here?
In retrospect, our plan might have been too unexpected.
Every part of it failed? Oh, now I'll never get the crown.
Maybe we should go back to doing things the Twilight way.
You mean the totally expected way?
It may not be a surprise, but you have a pretty good record for planning things.
Then I guess it's worth a try. Thanks, Spike.
What are little brothers for?
Okay. You all know what to do.
At least one part of our unexpected plan worked unexpectedly.
To be fair,
it was never made specifically clear to me what guarding actually means. So this is on you.
I'm strong, Twilight, but not even I can buck through solid rock.
That's why I brought a specialist.
Next shift, you're on break.
You've been glaring so hard. Who wants a feather massage?
We mapped this out when we got lost down here. The lever to the secret hallway entrance should be here. I can't believe this worked! I guess sometimes the best plan is the one you expect.
All I have to do now is fly over and take the crown, and I'll be sibling supreme forever!
Not exactly.
Oh, come on!
Gotta admit, it was unexpected for you to do everything exactly how I thought you would. But you should know by now, there's no way to beat the true Sibling Supreme.
I am sorry, Twilight, but it looks as though Shining Armor has truly won the crown.
That's the thing about looks. They can be deceiving.
Spike?
How in Equestria did you do it?
Come on, you two don't think you have the only sibling rivalry. I had an inside pony help. It wasn't hard to miss there was some disagreement on the whole security thing.
I said we could do it ourselves, but some ponies are a bit more stubborn.
So, while Shining Armor went on and on about all his improved security measures, Luna and I struck a deal. She put Zephyr in charge of the catacombs and helped keep Celestia out of the castle hallways. Once Luna was on board, I just had to do my part. And make sure we stuck to Twilight's plan so we'd all get to the throne room at the same time. I knew Shining Armor would let it play out until the last possible second. Then, while everyone was distracted by its gloating, all Luna had to do was float the crown over to me.
I apologize for not listening to your concerns, sister. It seems we need to make adjustments to account for threats inside the castle as well as out. If you agree?
If you think it's worth discussing.
So, if Twilight and Shining Armor failed, who gets the crown?
The true sibling supreme. Spike.
Huh? The little brother we've always had.
Oh, Spike! Are you in here? Hello? Spike?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you are. I was starting to think you weren't here. I realize this is last minute, but I've decided on a quick trip to the gem cave. I am on an urgent mission to find some faceted iridescence for my new design. And I can't think of any pony I'd rather have along than my favorite basket holder / bodyguard, Spike. 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 Spike!
What? Oh, hey, Rarity.
Honestly, Spike, it's almost as if you haven't been listening.
Oh, of course I was, but just to be sure, could you say it all again?
I was saying that I had planned on visiting the gem cave.
Oh, no! Is that the time?
Ah! Of course you're right. This is a bit of a late start, and those gems won't pick themselves.
Uh-huh.
But the real question is, which basket do you want to hold? The smaller one, right?
Oh, right. Sorry, Rarity. Can I take a rain check on... What was that again?
The gem cave?
Right. Sounds great. But I need to get to the post office before noon.
All right, very funny. Obviously, you get the mega basket, and I should... Spike?
Little Pony, My Little Pony. My Little Pony. I used to wonder what friendship could be. My Little Pony. Until you all shared its magic with me. Big adventure. Tons of fun. A beautiful heart, faithful and strong. Sharing kindness. It's an easy feat. And magic makes it all complete. You have mine. Do you know you're all my very best friends?
I don't understand. For as long as we've known each other, Spike has never turned down an opportunity to join me here. It's his favorite place. Ideally, you catch the gems, dear. And for a trip to the post office, of all places. Maybe you should move closer. And why would Spike need to go to the post office at all? He sends mail by breathing. Breathing, darling. Breath mail. Honestly, Applejack, if you're going to fill in, you could make an attempt to hold the basket the way Spike would.
And how's that?
Well, for one thing, Spike knows how to keep things quiet so as not to waken the bats. And he usually pulls me closely so no gem ever touches the ground.
Rarity, Spike's been following you closely since he got to Ponyville. And in case you hadn't noticed, I ain't Spike!
Actually, Applejack, I have noticed.
Hi, Rarity. What's up?
Besides my mane? Well, that is a question for Spike.
Oh, well, Spike isn't here. I think he's at the post office.
Again? What is it with Spike and the post office?
Rarity, what's going on?
Spike declined my invitation to the gem cave, and I intend to find out why.
That doesn't sound like Spike. Did you two have some sort of fight?
A fight? Goodness, Twilight, what in Equestria would we fight about?
I've had arguments with friends before, and they can put a real strain on friendships.
Well, certainly. But I think I'd remember if we had an argument.
Maybe you didn't realize it? Do you think you could have done something that unintentionally hurt his feelings?
What if I didn't realize what I did? How would I know what I have done when I did it? I wonder if that's it. It certainly would explain his behavior. I must apologize!
For what?
Oh, that's hardly the point. Poor Spikey Wikey! Let's go for a grand gesture!
Okay, good talk.
Wow! That's a big crate of stuff you're mailing. I'm not mailing it.
Then why are you pushing it into the post office?
Oh, I didn't realize Griffins worked at the Ponyville post office.
Oh, no, I don't work here exactly. I'm the official mail carrier of Griffinstone. Gabby Griffin. Nice to meet ya!
Yes, well, these things aren't for sending. They're for apologizing to Spike.
Oh, Spike was just here. He went to go make us his...
That's perfect. It'll give me a chance to practice. You stand there and tell me if I hit the right apologetic notes.
What are you apologizing for?
Darling, I don't see why that matters. And that is why I simply cannot bear the thought of having hurt you. And even though I don't know what it is that I did, I want you to know that it doesn't matter. Because I am prepared to do anything to make it right. And scene. Oh, sorry, dear.
I said, that sure sounds genuine.
Well, of course it sounds genuine. It is genuine.
Rarity? What are you doing?
Obviously, I'm working on my apology to you, Spike. I don't know how I could be more genuine. I mean, Spike! Oh, Spike, I am so sorry. Please forgive me. You have to forgive me. I don't know what I did or why you are mad at me. Just please say you forgive me. Please.
Of course I forgive you, but, what are you apologizing for?
Why does every pony keep harping on that? Wait, don't you know?
No, I'm not mad at you about anything.
But I don't understand. If you're not upset with me, why in Equestria would you refuse to go to the gem cave?
Because I had other plans?
With me! I don't understand. You two know each other?
Gabby and I are sort of pen pals.
Yeah! There was this whole thing where I pretended to get a cutie mark because griffins don't get cutie marks, so Princess Twilight had Spike send a bunch of letters off to Griffinstone about the first griffin ever to get a cutie mark, which I really didn't have.
Gabby wrote back explaining things, and after that we just started writing back and forth.
Turns out we have a lot in common. We both come from cultures that don't have the friendliest of reputations.
And we're both in the message-sending business.
Uh-huh. I sure wish I could send scrolls with my breath.
Aha, yes. Now I understand why you didn't come to the gem cave. Having a friend in town is a rare treat. Look, since you're busy today, maybe we can do something tomorrow. Fabric shopping? I know how you love to pick out the colors.
Actually, now that there's a griffin at Twilight School, Gabby's here all the time.
Grandpa Gruff asked for a lot of updates about how Gallus is doing. Speaking of which, I better get going.
I'll fly with you.
Well, all right, you two fly along. I'm sure Spike and I can do something some other... time? I cannot decide which shade of purple is the most royal. And there's the pink! How will I ever choose? Too bad Spike's not here. I bet he could help you narrow it down. He is a good sounding board, isn't he? Could you bring the pincushion a little closer, dear? I suppose now that Spike's always so busy with Gabby, I'm just now realizing how much his presence has meant to me over the years. Even closer, darling. I don't want to prick you. I have to admit everything feels a bit less than without him. Too close! Oh, darling, it's no use. Thank you for trying. I'm just accustomed to the help of a small, highly attentive dragon.
Maybe you should let Spike know how grateful you are for everything he's done for you.
sorry, Spike. I didn't mean to frighten you.
Rarity, what are you doing here?
Well, I realize it's late, or rather early, but I have a surprise, and I just couldn't wait to share it. The Great Gem Crevasse of the Crystal Mountains.
Whoa.
It is only accessible once a year, and I thought a little day trip would make a wonderful thank you for all the help you've given me over the years.
Oh, but I'm supposed to meet Gabby today for her rounds.
I see. Well, there's always next year.
You know what? I'll just write her a note.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Wow, Rarity, you weren't kidding. The gem crevasse was amazing. I'll be snacking on these for a week.
What did I tell you?
Hey, Spike! Gabby, you won't believe where I went today.
Actually, I think I will. I got your scroll. The Great Gem Crevasse sounds a lot better than doing my rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! It was definitely better. I gotta get back to Griffinstone, but you have to tell me all about the crevasse tomorrow.
Absolutely. Thanks again, Rarity. What a great day.
Okay, start from the beginning, because I want to hear everything.
Well, to get to the crevasse, you have to climb across a rope bridge because the air's too thin to fly.
That is amazing! Then what? Whoa!
Sorry, Rarity.
Oh, no apology necessary, Spike. In fact, I was just looking for you.
You were? Why?
Because I just acquired these!
Passes to Power Ponypalooza for today?
I know we just went to the crevasse, but I feel I've barely scratched the surface of expressing my gratitude for all you do.
Well, of course I want to go, but that'll be 2 days in a row we haven't hung out.
Are you kidding? It's Power Ponypalooza. You have to go. And now you'll have 2 things to tell me about.
Okay, come on, Rarity, let's go! Whew, my claws sore.
Indeed. I had no idea how much walking there is at a Power Pony convention.
I know I told Gabby we'd hang out tomorrow, but I might need the whole day to rest.
Ooh, I know what you mean. Perhaps you could just send her another note.
I think maybe you're right.
Honestly, I might need to spend tomorrow putting my hopes up as well. I hadn't counted on Power Ponypalooza being quite so draining, but I thought we might spend the day recuperating together.
No way. Ogres and oubliettes?
Well, I know how much you enjoy it, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity for you to teach me the game.
Spike, I got your note. I figured I'd come by before my rounds with a bowl of energizing turnip soup.
Can Princess Rarity use her shield of the coiffure to defend herself from the purveyor of poor color coordination?
She can try. Success! Schmerity's shield holds against the green-eyed monster's attack. And that...
Spike?
Oh, hi, Gabby. We were just...
Your scroll said you were too tired to do anything today. But I guess you were just too tired to do anything with me.
No, that's not true. I can come with you on your rounds right now.
I don't think so, Spike. Maybe I'll just handle the rounds on my own from now on.
Ooh! Princess Rarity uses her prismatic beam to change that poor monster's color to a more pleasing shade of purple. What do you think, Spike? Solids or prints?
Prints, I guess. You already have a lot of solid colors.
Oh, you're so right. Prints it is. So nice to have you back, Spike. Although, I hope you're able to reconcile with Gabby.
I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to.
Quite enjoyed our day together, Spike.
Yeah.
Hi, Spike.
Uh-huh.
I've never seen Spike this sad before. Do you know what happened?
Yes, well, perhaps he's still just tired from Power Pony Palooza.
I don't think that's it.
I suppose it's possible it could have something to do with Gabby not wanting to spend time with him anymore.
What? I thought the two of them were hanging out all the time.
They were! Honestly, it took everything I had to convince him to spend any time with me at all. But between Crystal Gem crevasses, Power Pony conventions, and a marathon game of O&O, I managed to get some time in.
It sounds like you made sure he didn't have any time to spend with Gabby at all.
What? I certainly did not. Well, I suppose I may have monopolized him a teeny bit. I've just grown so used to having Spiky Wikey around. I wasn't prepared for how much I'd miss him when he wasn't.
Friendships change, but just because Spike made a new friend doesn't mean he stops being yours.
I know, but now I have to share him. Which I suppose I'll have to get used to. Right after I fix this mess I've made.
Good talk.
Rarity? Is all this stuff for Spike again? Wouldn't it be easier to just give it to him? And why are you even here?
I am here to apologize, actually. More to confess. And all of this stuff isn't for Spike. It's the evidence against me.
Evidence? For what?
For my acts of utter selfishness.
I don't understand.
These are the items I used to lure Spike into spending as much time with me as possible.
They are? You did?
Rarity, what are you doing?
Well, obviously I'm apologizing to Gabby so the two of you can renew your friendship, Spike. Now please, even if you can't forgive me, you simply must forgive Spike! Oh, I actually owe you an apology too.
You apologize a lot.
I wish I didn't need to, but the more time you two spent together, the more I missed my time with Spike, and the more I used every means at my disposal to get it back. I am truly sorry.
You really miss spending time with me?
Oh, of course.
I have to say, after not hanging out with you, I understand why. You're kind of awesome! And I know what it's like to miss that now, too.
So, do you think maybe we could start hanging out again?
Absolutely.
I don't suppose you'd like some company on your rounds right now.
I sure would!
Wonderful! I can't tell you how pleased I am that the two of you have reconciled. I suppose Twilight is right. Friendships do change. Of course, Spike and I will always be friends, and I can get used to sharing him.
Sorry, I just didn't want to drop another one and wake the bats.
Darling, catching the gems is what the basket is for.
Wow, you two need to be a lot quieter.
Spike! How wonderful to see you!
Yeah, Gabby and I had a great day, but I'll always still want my Rarity time.